Well, hello there. How you doing?
Uh, I'm okay.
Good. And you're new. You're
Oh,
strange. This is Ashikun, who streams over at twitch.tv/Ashikun.
konnichiwa. Hi there. I am
You
indeed
normally
very
do,
strange.
I know you've done some, yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Hmm.
You will definitely need to have me play it at some point since I have never played.
Yes, I need to instruct you in the ways of RCT.
I assume I assume that means getting a roller coaster, having it crash into as many people as possible, and that's the game, right?
Some people play it like that. I just generally like to make incredibly large pink observation towers and call them things I probably can't say on Twitch.
Oh no, you totally can. You're live on Twitch. You just don't say fuck or bugger. I think you're
Uh,
golden. Also, the auto mod is me, Fuzzy, Mike, and everyone seem to have a lovely issue with our auto mod. It seems to just go very anal about certain words, and it's always fun to see what will prod the auto mods like testy reflexes.
yeah, I seem to remember it had a particular thing against the name of a particular internet service provider at one
Oh
point.
yeah, like the weirdest one, it was just the F. The phrase the F was banned. It didn't like the letter F. So far,
Uh,
that's the weirdest one. But yeah,
so what?
speaking of weird, we are in weird news.
Yay!
And you've seen this many a time before.
Uh,
But we start, as always, is this real or fake?
well, you see, this one, it just looks like. So I'm trying not to dox myself too much on my first foray. But I went to university at a university campus that looked very similar to this. And it like this sort of architecture. Maybe not so much the fact that there are boxes absolutely everywhere. That is slightly disorientating and concerning, but the general sort of theme of it is kind of sound, I think. I wish I could see what is written on the sign, because that would be the obvious clue, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah,
I
but you can also see if like some things are slightly out of place or some things are weird, like what an AI may not
I
um
mean,
be able to
uh,
tell.
the whole thing is incredibly ridiculously disorienting. So,
Exactly. So,
uh,
is it real or fake? It's very brutalist design, very
yes,
cubist and brutalist.
I've just noticed there are random trees and plants and everything coming out of roofs, which is slightly sus. Uh, I'm going to kick myself if that is in actual fact the tell, because my original gut feeling, which I'm going to stick for the purposes of amusement, was that it was real.
Okay, okay. Well, you're right. It is real. It is a
Hey,
failed project known as Habitat 67, which sounds like something from Fallout. Um, Here is it in the day.
ah,
So it is a failed experiment. However, it's kind of getting a weird revitalization.
hmm.
Because it like blends nature with this closeness and like there's quite a lot of plants all around it. So it's very breathable, but it is kind of just like it looks. It does look a bit dystopian,
A little bit.
admittedly. Like I
I've seen
understand why it
worse.
failed.
Yeah, I do like myself brutalist. I'll be honest. One of the reasons, like, most people go to particular universities because the quality of teaching or the quality of the jobs that people get from the university, or because it's near or far away from uh, their parents and whatnot. One of the big reasons I went to University of Insert University name here was because of the brutalist architecture.
That was the selling point.
Yeah,
Nah, I
Not,
mean, sometimes it's just the building that sells.
yeah, yeah. Um,
But obviously, it is your first time here, so I thought, first one, it'd be easy. So we've got three for you to choose from. So
oh
that was the
boy.
first, and you got it correct. So already 100% win rate. What about number two?
Okay, right. So let's see. Yeah, this is where it starts getting difficult, isn't it?
Oh, you should say number three.
um, I'll be honest. I thought the shadow being cast by that table, it looks a little bit weird compared to like how the how the light should be coming out of the window, and I can't tell whether that is glass or marble or something. There's no. Yeah, that table just looks very off to me. Everything else looks absolutely fine. So maybe I'm just reading too much into the table, but I'm going to put my neck on the line and say this one looks like one of uh, those those fake sort of, you know, I've heard
Like
I've heard.
magazines where like a house is about to be built, and it's like this is what it'll look like.
Yeah, either that or it's an empty house that's kind of being sold or whatever, and they've like computer generated furniture to put in the picture to make
It
it look
it
like
does seem
somebody's
that you're
in.
cutting out as well ever so slightly. You may need to turn up the gain on your microphone.
Okay. Which involves going around the side of it.
But
Yeah.
makes you feel better. You are correct. It is fake.
Yay.
But the last one, the very last one, this is the hardest of all of them. Can you get three for three and have a
No.
100% win rate?
Nah.
This
Oh God.
is a car.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a car.
I
Um,
I
oh,
believe it's a car.
it's definitely an image of a car.
Mm-hmm.
I can literally see absolutely nothing on this one to like tell me, whether it's one way or the other. Like the background looks absolutely fine. The the wipers look absolutely fine. Although maybe this is say like a something from some sort of racing game or something like that. Maybe it's a
It's
proper
not from a
model of a
game. I'll
car.
tell you right now. It's not from a game. It's either an AI has generated it, or it's just a lovely picture from an automotive shop.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'm gonna say it's real. But I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
You are so close. You are so close to a perfect record, but no, it is fake. One way that I thought you might figure it out is, do you see where the bonnet looks like it starts at the top, the break of the
Uh-huh.
bonnet,
Oh God.
and
Yeah.
then it just doesn't end. It starts somewhere else. That was the one thing in this picture that might have gave it
God.
away.
Oh God. It's like one of those optical illusions with the fork with like three prongs and they
Yeah.
go into two.
But yeah, it does
Oh.
look real, especially the background. The background is kind of grainy. It looks like it could have been taken by someone on their phone.
Yeah.
It's got that level of grain that like easily could have been a real picture.
Yeah. Oh God. I that will haunt my sleep.
This is your sleep paralysis demon on this car.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Brexit.
Oh boy.
Now, should bananas be bendy?
I think that bananas should be as bendy or as straight as people want.
Exactly. Well, the UK government decides to keep the EU bendy banana regulation despite Brexit.
You might have to remind me, is that requiring a certain amount of bendiness or
It had like if they're not like bendy, then they're not a banana, pretty much. That's it. It's weird. But don't worry. Speaking of dead things like Brexit, the metaverse is officially dead.
Wow, that was quick.
I know it was. Yeah, it's officially just died. It stopped being worked on. They've just kind of given up on it.
Has anyone told Mark Zuckerberg?
Yes.
Does he need picking up in them all?
Well, he as is apparent by one of our last ones, he recently won a jiu-jitsu tournament, so he could kick people's ass if they tell him that it's over.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Now, can you tell me the name of a probably one of the most evil men who came from Austria?
Is it the big guy? Is it the the mustache?
Yes, it is. Now, would you expect to hear his voice on the public transport?
I am so glad that my Discord noise cancellation just kicked in then, because no.
Well, over in Austria, the Austrian train plays his speech over the loudspeaker.
No.
Instead of the normal announcement, he can be heard shouting.
No.
Apparently, this has been going on for a while.
What?
Someone keeps doing this to the trains, and they just don't know.
Uh I
Do
I need to be very guarded in how I respond to this.
Mike's usual thing is, I hate people.
Yes. Yes, I hate people. I flippin' hate people.
Do you also hate J.K. Rowling?
Is the sky blue?
Technically
In
no.
Mike's case.
It's technically clear.
Does the sky look blue?
To our eyes, yes.
Okay,
There's me trying to get scientific on it. It's just like, well, technically it's clear.
put it another way. Yes, yes, I flippin'
Yes.
hate J.K. Rowling.
Well, obviously, speaking of controversy, a suspected Bud Light purchase likely led to an altercation outside an Ontario liquor store. Yeah,
Oh god.
because that thing is still going on in America.
Not the Bud Light gate.
Oh, don't worry, we'll move on. Now, what do you think that Florida schools have done to furries?
Completely and totally outlawed them.
You know what? You're not far off. So, if I said, let's just say, if I meowed, would you say that's fine?
In general, yes. In Florida, probably not.
Well, that's what they think, because Florida schools moved to ban furries items to curb barking and meowing in school.
I am so glad I don't go to school in Florida.
I'm pretty sure everyone is.
Mm.
Now,
Uh,
are you ready for some medical news?
am I ever ready for some medical?
First, I will show you the X-ray,
Okay.
and then I will tell you what it is. So, this is the X-ray.
That should not be there.
No. And this is the story. The greatest personal injury case I've ever heard. Chris Goodnow, an estimated Valley attorney, has picked up a client who is suing a sex toy company. Said client purchased a butt plug that was advised to be 100% silicone. Client wears it in an MRI machine. Much to the client's dismay, it had a metallic core. It accelerated at the speed of sound into the client's chest cavity, described in the memo as the anal railgun. The client did survive, but with major injuries.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Yeah, and that's why you don't date Superman.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the story. What do you think of the anal railgun?
I think I will steer clear at all costs.
You're not going to venture into an MRI machine, are you not?
Not wearing a butt plug, no.
You know what? I think that's a wise choice.
Hmm.
Now, you mentioned a story which I haven't read into, so I'll have to double check about Harry and Meghan all over the news, and obviously it was the king's coronation.
No.
I know. He's rocking around now. Um, but people are thinking the may have found Meghan in the crowd.
Okay.
Now, what if I told you that people think that this is Meghan?
Okay.
This is a 79-year-old Welsh composer, who people believe is her in disguise because he does look like he is wearing a disguise.
That may be true, but he also doesn't have the jawline.
No, not at all. But like, he's just like, yes, I'm real. I just normally look like this. But people seem to be certain that this is Meghan. He does look like he has like latex on, doesn't he?
Oh dear.
He does look like he's wearing a mask.
Mrs. Doubtfire goes to the coronation.
That is very true. I am getting big Mrs. Doubtfire vibes from this guy. Yeah, but he's just sitting in the front row, and everyone's like, "Yep, this is definitely Meghan."
Oh,
So
Carl
stupid.
Jenkins. I'm sure I have heard the name Carl Jenkins. He might have done Palladio or something like that. I'm not sure.
Let's have a look.
I have
Handlebar, mustache, mullet, and aviator glasses. He does look a bit off, bless him.
I have completely nerd sniped myself now.
Poor guy.
Yeah, Palladio.
Oh, okay, nice. I wondered if they played like some of the music at the coronation, because then they're just like, "Yep."
Yeah, yeah.
But what do you think? The American people, one of the states, have you ever heard the phrase "shooting fish in a barrel"?
Yep.
Do you think people take that literally in America?
Yep.
You're correct, because don't go fishing with a gun. Use a crossbow instead, says the Kansas Life Park wardens.
Oh God, yeah, my viewpoint on people is it's not good.
It's not good. No. But, well, obviously, gun, nah, ruin the meat. Crossbow, on the other hand.
I mean, crossbows are metal AF.
That's true. That is true. But, like, also bow and arrow with a line attached. They do give things that you're allowed. So they say a fishing pole. Now, that doesn't sound American enough. Trot lines, don't know what that is. Set lines, a gig, what, play some music, I guess. A crossbow, or a bow and arrow with a line attached. Like, I love that the crossbow doesn't have a line attached. Because why would they need that?
True. I guess at least I mean I want to know what their stance is on temporarily electrifying the water. Is that allowed in
Well,
America?
it's not there, unfortunately. They have just said it is illegal and stupid to use a gun outfitted with a laser sight.
But what
Is
about a
it
gun?
fine without one?
Yeah.
Now, what do Floridians or the Florida government think?
Oh boy.
Now I know what you're thinking. Now, what do you think they should use in their asphalt?
Uh, I'm trying to think of the composition of asphalt. I don't know if it's still tar or if we've.
It's pretty much just tar and gravel.
Uh-huh. Tar and gravel.
No,
One would
that
hope.
would be too easy and too normal. The answer is radioactive material.
Okay.
Yes, they want to include photo gypsum, a radioactive waste material from the fertilizer industry.
Of course they do. This is Florida.
Well, it would now some are saying it would hurt water quality and put crews who make it at a higher risk of the old cancer.
How
But
long before? Sorry.
that's a risk they're willing to take.
How long before Florida just completely
Sinks into the
allows
ocean.
asbestos? Sinks into the ocean, yes. But I have a feeling like they're just going to suddenly go asbestos is harmless.
Oh God! Imagine asbestos making a comeback.
Asbestos too, because asbestos was so good.
Oh, that's true. I mean, hell, it was used in The Wizard of Oz
Mm-hmm.
as the snow. Now, okay, I've got an offer for you. You know, you didn't like the radioactivity. You know, you didn't like the anal railgun. How about a free TV?
I've heard about this. This is the one with the big camera on the top and the ads on the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, but it's free. So yes, this is a double screen free TV that will show you ads even when not in use, and has a camera because it's going to sell your data.
I'm pretty sure George Orwell wrote about this.
Well, it's free though.
Yes.
But do you not want a free TV?
Um, I mean, I feel like I'm leading into a the TV at home colon image of something terrible. Here, but I have a
Honestly, I'd rather have a
perfectly
giant cardioid TV, like a big, a big fucking radio box TV from the 90s.
yeah. CRTs were
CRT,
cool.
that's it. I couldn't think of it. Oh,
Good old
honestly,
cathode rays.
yeah. Like, but this is it's technically free if you want a free TV.
That is true, but I seem to remember that there are like ridiculous. There's like a big long list of things. Like it has to be the primary TV in your house, and you're not allowed to tamper with it, and you're not allowed to disable the ads, and they can charge you ridiculous amounts of money if you open it up and stuff like that. Also, yeah, I didn't turn my gain up, did I? That's very silly.
Ah, it'll
Hang
be
on.
fine. We'll hope it'll be fine.
That's either the gain turned up or the gain turned down. I can't possibly tell. I
Well,
think
I
it's
mean,
gone down.
I don't know. We'll soon see.
Dis-
Say hello.
Hello.
Well, we'll see if it cuts you out while you talk.
The Discord noise suppression has realised that I just talk a load of absolute noise.
You just said a load of absolute none, and then it cut you off. So I assume
Exactly. Case in point.
I
Case in
assume
point.
it didn't like it. I guess if you either talk louder or get closer to the microphone. Now,
ASMR.
ah yes, Assammer. ASMR from the country. Assammer. Now, what do you think Yahoo regrets doing?
GeoCities.
Not too well, I guess technically. Yahoo once considered buying Netflix, but said, you know what, we'll acquire Tumblr instead.
Yeah, I can see why they might be regretting that one. I mean, I like Tumblr's okay, but it's not Netflix, is it?
No, I mean to be fair, Blockbuster also planned to buy Netflix, and they said no.
And that worked really well for them. Uh,
Exactly.
I do want to go visit the last Blockbuster
No,
in
it's
Bend,
gone.
Oregon at some. What?
Yeah, like if you've been watching Weird News, it went last year.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Now, me and Ethan have talked about wrong'uns.
Uh-huh.
Now, how can you tell in France if a Catholic priest is a wrong'un?
Um, I'd go up to them and say, "Et tu mal?"
Their name isn't Mal, unfortunately. But you are correct by going up to them. You will need your phone for this, though.
Oh, okay.
With the wonderful technology of QR codes. Because Catholic priests have been made to wear QR codes so people can tell if they're wrong'uns.
Uh, what to stop them from either not having a QR code or having somebody else's QR code?
God.
Ah, yes.
Lying is
God.
wrong.
So is being a sex offender.
Well, look. They're trying in France, alright? So they start with QR codes, then they go to prayer.
I thought you said going to Pret then.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it. Just like with Prince Andrew and Pizza Express,
Oh my
Pret is
god.
next. Pret is the French version.
Alors.
Hello, let us go to Pret. Now, over in Colorado, if there was just you and your animal companion in a car, and you'd been stopped by the police, what would you do?
Uh, I'm really struggling to sort of like visualize um,
Yes, just you
that
and your
turn of
dog
events.
in the car, and
Dog.
the police have pulled you over.
I
Are you
mean,
going to do anything?
I know what I wouldn't do, which is set the dog on the person, on the police
Well,
officer.
it is to do something with the dog, and the answer is Colorado driver tried to avoid a DUI by switching seats with the dog.
I mean, I suppose if he was under the influence,
Maybe if
then
it
it
was like
might.
a big enough dog, they could be like, he's in a fursuit.
Oh, uh,
I don't know what the
good.
cop's gonna do. It's like, who was driving? Um, Apparently the dog did not face any charges and was let go with a warning.
Oh dear. Yeah. I bet, I bet the guy was feeling quite a bit rough afterwards,
Oh,
though.
I like it. Tis good, tis good. Now, over in Japan, the land where my new dog will soon be from, the Japanese
Mm-hmm.
Shiba Inu, which is my new puppy.
Doge.
Do you think the Japanese have forgot how to smile?
No, but they do have quite a sort of like formal system of etiquette and tradition. So
Indeed. Well, it seems that people in Japan are taking lessons to relearn how to smile after the COVID pandemic.
ah,
Because now the mask rules are kind of eased, people feel like they've forgotten how to smile.
honestly,
What the
sometimes
lower
that
part of the
feels
face looks like.
honestly that feels like a mood sometimes.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
just don't want to smile, put a mask on. Sword. Done.
yeah. That's oh.
Hopefully people will remember. Hopefully the class will be, across Japan, everyone will smile again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the movie and the book, 1984,
Mm-hmm.
Jojo Well? Bit of a dystopia.
Yeah.
I think the EU is going to try and nip that in the bud because EU draft legislation that will ban AI for mass biometric surveillance and predictive policing.
Seems perfectly sound to me.
Yep, good job, EU. Obviously, this doesn't apply to anywhere outside the EU, so other
Ah,
countries may employ it.
good old Norman? Good old
Norman,
normal
good old
Ireland.
Norman, fucking Norman,
Eh,
what
good
a
old
bastard!
Norman who works up mill.
Ah, Norman, he loves his biometric surveillance. He does.
Uh,
Oh, good. Yeah, but the Americans and the Russians will probably put this through at some point.
yeah.
Now, we have had weird candidates standing before for mayoral positions. We've had
Hmm.
Count Buckethead,
Hmm.
Lord Bucketface, the Fish Finger, Elmo, for example. We've had lots. But
Hmm.
now, over in Toronto, the Toronto mayoral race draws even more than 100 candidates, including a dog.
Hmm.
I'm kind of
I
hoping the
do.
dog wins.
I do love how the current mayor is quite literally called John Tory. I
Yes.
think if I remember correctly, he may even be a member of the. I can't remember if it's Conservative or Progressive Conservative Party. I've been nerd snipe. John Tory is a member of the Ontario Progressive Conservative Party,
So
or
he's
he
a
was.
Tory.
Yes.
Imagine that, like, imagine that. It's just like, Father, what will I do when I grow up? You'll be a Tory, just like me and your father before him.
Uh, good old nominative determinism.
Exactly. Now, over in South Africa, obviously climate change, big bad. But do you know what's been happening in South Africa at the moment?
I do not.
So, for some reason, South Africa is having a vast swathe of blackouts, and it's been going on for like years.
Mhm.
Like this year alone, there's been like I think it's like 100 and something days already.
Wow.
Uh, like with a blackout. And upside though, South Africa beats its climate goal because of all the blackouts.
That's one way to do it.
Yay!
Yay.
I mean, you know, look at the silver lining.
Hmm.
Now, what do you think would be a job that would be a complete waste of time, and
Uh,
it's to do with waiting for something that may never happen?
well, I feel like I've been slightly spoiled by the fact that I've seen the first three words of the upcoming story.
Indeed.
Um, and also I'm cutting out again. Sorry.
Ah, just fine.
But
We'll
I'm
figure
I'm
it out
going
for
to
next
I'm
time.
I'm gonna play dumb and say useless thing waiting for something to happen. Useless job waiting for something to happen.
The
Uh,
Tory government.
yes, I mean I could make a climate change joke here. Waiting for developed countries to actually
That is true. Yeah.
move on the because that's been in the news lately. That's not weird though. That's just sad
Yeah.
news.
Well, don't worry. It's the Loch Ness Monster. Since you've seen it, this is the Loch Ness Monster Hunter. He thought this job would be easier.
Surely you just
He's
say,
been doing this for 30 years. So he started in 1991, right? And he saw a
crikey.
glimpse of something in the first week he did it, right?
He's been doing that my entire life.
Yes.
That's determination.
He feels like he has wasted his life now. He
Oh,
had one glimpse of it, something torpedoing in the water, at like the first week. The rest of the time he saw fuck all.
Oh.
And he's just like, well, I mean, upside, nice air. He's essentially just been retired for like 30 years.
Hmm. Imagine if Nessie has got so used to him and his daily routine, uh, the way he goes about his job and all of that, that Nessie has just expertly managed to avoid being detected for over 30 years.
Yeah, they're actually best friends. They play a game of hide and seek. Like, they keep thinking that he's going to hide and he just doesn't.
Mm.
Go away, disappear from the lock, I'll find you. Now, obviously, this man, may not feel like he's done the best job, but a 99-year-old woman has realized her lifelong dream. What do you think that dream is?
um, to become a Princess Diana impersonator?
No, it's something to do with the circus.
She's quit the circus to become an accountant, like John Major.
This is more of a strange one, actually. Woman 99 realizes dream of facing circus knife thrower. I don't know. I'd understand if her dream was to yeet the knife. I don't know why her dream is to stand there while people yeet knives at her.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably for the best to do that towards the end of your life rather than towards the beginning.
I mean, yeah.
Because I mean, if something goes wrong, then at least you've had 99 years of hopefully very fruitful life before.
I
I'm being
mean,
very
yeah.
morbid. I'm being very morbid.
I've always wanted to have knives thrown at me. I'm ready for the next one.
Oh, absolute mood there. Wait, what?
She's just like, yep, throw it. I love how there's like the dude with the microphone's just staring like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh God.
Now, unfortunately, me and you are not women.
Mhm.
So, I don't understand it. Maybe it's good. I don't know. We may need to ask April. This is the cooler cloth, which is apparently a game changer for peeing outside.
Okay.
Apparently, if you need to wipe, this is the cloth for it.
I mean, it has a lovely unicorn pattern on.
It does. It does. They do many more. Oh well, they're only showing that one. They do this one.
I mean, it probably looks a lot less good after it's been
Maybe.
used.
Apparently, it's really absorbent, but I just don't. I don't know. Well, what do you think of a face mist? Do you know what face mist is?
I do not know what a face mist is.
You essentially spray it in front of your face, and it's meant to make you feel a bit more refreshed. It's like
Ah.
it's like if you were a dog and I spritzed you with a water bottle.
Ah.
Well, what do you think? Do you think the water would be fine if it was from, let's just say, runoff?
I'd rather not.
Well, Vattenfall launches a hydrogen emission face mist in a stunt to prove that their wastewater is free from fossil fuels. Well, its wastewater from fossil fuels is free of hydrogen.
I auto modding hate people.
Well, do not worry. We only have a few more stories left to tickle your fancy. Such as the dangerous rabbit terrorizing residents.
God.
Apparently, it is quite literally running around and biting people. It is aggressively attacking people.
Oh, it's so cute.
Well, apparently it lunges at people and bites you.
Oh, it's adorable.
It wouldn't let this person get out of their car. It ran up to their door and started nibbling at it.
Oh,
Tell that to this woman. She's seen some shit.
it's just got attachment issues, is all.
To the entire neighborhood.
It happens.
No, that's true. Now, with goats, what do you know about a goat's scream?
I I don't know much about a goat scream. I mean, I presume it's some variation on
No, so some goats actually scream almost human-like.
Oh.
It's quite weird. Honestly, look at some goats screaming on YouTube. It's a weird time. They scream, and some of their screams sound very human-like. Now, police went and searched for a man crying for help. No, it was just a goat going, "Help! Help!" They honestly thought it was a person yelling for help. It was just a goat. But yeah, that's how weird goat screams are. They're very, very bizarre.
Oh dear. Uh,
Now, can you tell me a very carby dish that is, Italy absolutely loves? It's an Italian cuisine,
mhm.
and you almost have some dried version of it in your cupboard.
Pasta?
Pasta. We may need to send the pasta back to Italy because Italy calls a crisis meeting after prices for pasta jump by 20%.
Oh no.
It's more than twice the rate of inflation for Italy.
Oh god. Uh, and I seem to remember there being quite a lot of news things recently that about Italy really doubling down. I think one of them might have been a weird news article as well.
Yes.
Like things about Italy really doubling down on its own home cuisine and the authenticity angle and all of that. So,
Oh yeah, they
like,
they, they are desperate to get more people there. They need more. They need more pasta desperately. They're like, please God, fucking more pasta.
mm,
Now, which do you think is better, a GPS or your eyes?
it really depends. Sometimes I've been led really up the garden path by by a certain GPS system and attached um, voice assistant, not naming names, especially because it had caused people on the phone to start trying to help them if they've got weird
That
news on
device.
speaker. That device.
Well, I would say it would normally be your eyes which are better than a GPS. Because if only this tourist had used their eyes, because the tourist follows GPS directions and drives right into a harbour. Yep,
I
there she
swear.
is. She
I,
it went take a right turn, and she just drove straight down. It's very obvious that there is the harbour there.
uh,
Yep. The
wasn't
driver took her time exiting through the van window, making sure to zip up her purse, of course.
I swear this happened in an episode of Doctor Who, but the argument that the reason for it there was because the GPS had been.
I mean, like, the dude who, like, was helping her was just like, just use your eyes. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Maybe she just really wanted a cheap car wash.
I guess so, yeah. Oh god, she just went, I'm pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen. No shit.
Oh, oh, the humanity.
Oh god. And finally, a quick blitz, shall we say, through various different abandoned places.
Ooh.
Because although it is lived in, was technically an abandoned project. Now,
Hmm.
let's see if there's any of these you'd like to visit. Bodie, California. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a proper Western style gold. That's not Gold Town, Ghost Town. I saw the word gold and it's
I love this one.
ooh,
This is a coal burning power plant.
that looks cool.
It looks amazing. You could do so much with this. This looks like something out of an anime.
Uh, looks
I,
kind of near Automata.
yes, it really does. This would be like so good to just get your hands on.
Mhm.
These the sea forts.
Ah, yeah, Principality of Sealand.
Yes, I wouldn't want to go there. Like they
Perhaps
were
not.
under the assumption that they were going to just collapse and fall into the sea, and I wouldn't want to risk just going onto it in case it does collapse and fall into the sea.
They look incredibly unstable, like very
Oh yeah,
top heavy.
this lovely place, the Huada Palace Hotel.
See, I can vibe with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. As you can see, it's at least got one seat. That seat being in the pool.
Best view. The well,
Fordlandia, Brazil.
ah, yeah, I've heard of this one.
Would I want to go there? Nah, not really. But yeah,
Yeah, bit of a folly.
this I'd be down for.
That was like something out of Final Fantasy.
It does. It really does. I like it. I'm down for this. I'd totally be down there.
Yeah, just sort of reminds me of Charlian from Final Fantasy 14. And then there's the
Yes.
Phantom
Yeah.
Train.
This is what happened to all the not so useful engines on the Isle of Sodor.
I
Like
thought
there
some
wouldn't
of
be
them
much
got.
to see there. I'd be like,
Ooh.
rusty trains. You know, I can get the same amount of pleasure as just seeing this as if I'd went there.
Mhm.
This though, speaking of Final Fantasy,
Oh,
Aerith's
yes.
Church.
Yes. I was thinking that.
Yeah, it's just Aerith's Church.
It really is. Even like little bits of greenery growing through the floor and everything.
Yeah, and it looks like the ceiling's kind of like caved in a bit.
Yeah.
This place, apparently less than half a mile from the canals of Venice, served as a quarantine zone for bubonic plague victims. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Chicken Church.
Chicken.
Yeah, Chicken Church. Want to go to Chicken Church?
Opened its doors in the 1990s, and it already looks like that.
Well, that's the power of Chicken Church. It was abandoned in 2000.
Wow.
Knock off Paris.
Of course.
Would I go there? I'd just go to Paris.
Hmm.
This is a very fancy parking space.
Hmm.
That
Oh, that's cool.
is cool. I like that. This I don't like.
That's
Not a fan
'cause-
of fucking Ponyhenge. I assume this is how the bronies like meet up and assemble at the Ponyhenge in Massachusetts.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's nightmare fuel. The next one's nightmare fuel as well.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, this one. I'd be interested to see it from a distance. I sure shit wouldn't want to go in there. It's all wood. Like
Yeah.
it's on a hill that it already looks like it's sliding down and collapsing.
I'm getting splinters just looking at that.
Yeah. Huh.
Ah.
I don't know. It seems alright. Seems like something
Yeah.
out of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
No. The Macro Island dome homes in Florida. These are the only things that are going to survive when Florida sinks into the ocean.
Built to be eco-friendly, and then the climate ruined them.
Yep.
Oh, the humanity.
This is cool.
Oh.
Diamond mining and extravagance. but it's now been claimed by the desert.
Yeah. All sandy, shifting sandland.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
I'm down for like a spooky castle.
Yeah, full of graffiti as well.
Ah, well,
Oddly
that can get
modern.
cleaned up. I think I'd probably put some. I'd probably put some windows in.
Yeah.
Bit drafty. This
Ooh.
is. Do you remember that movie Aeon Flux?
I've never seen that one, no.
God, it's very like. Oh god, it's very much like that. This one's interesting. I like that. This fucking single tree that survived the apocalypse.
Hmm.
Ooh, yes. The completely deserted island in Japan.
That's a shame. It looks like a really nice place.
Yeah, I feel like it would become its own thing. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
would have its own like municipal government.
Yeah. City state kind of thing.
I hope they
That's
don't come with the property.
that's horrifying.
Yep. Central Station in Detroit.
Well, that's
Honestly,
just
clean it up. Just clean it up. It's a good initial building. The back is shite, but
yeah.
oh, I like that. The submerged
Oh,
church.
damn.
I do like that. That's nice.
Hmm.
I wonder if
Yeah,
someone still goes out there to ring the bell.
it does say you can walk right up to it when the lake freezes over.
It's kind of weird.
Oh.
A 70s airport. Abandoned in
Yeah.
the 70s.
So the whole partition
Ooh.
of Cyprus thing.
Yeah. An
Oh, that
old
one's
roller
sad.
coaster park. Almost certainly people have went to try and get some of the stuff to work on that.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Why is that abandoned?
Hmm.
Make that shit up. That looks amazing.
Apparently closed in 1940.
Hmm. That looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably abandoned because it's like all just submerged into the hill. That's like something from Metro.
There's a listening station near where I grew up that looks similar to has golf like that. Kind of interesting.
That's cool. That looks
Yeah.
like that. Admittedly, looks like something out of like a horror movie, but I do like it.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Nah, it's just lots of circles.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. Yes, I know
Ah.
about this place. It is literally just some dude. It is now a World Heritage Site. Some dude just hung dolls on this island. It's
Oh
just the
god.
island of dolls.
Oh
It's a
no.
thing.
Please.
That's cool.
That is cool.
That I like that a lot. It looks like a giant alien spaceship is just about to abduct that dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
That hammer and sickle in the middle as well.
well, they're extremely communist aliens. Nah, it's a mess. That's cool.
Yeah, it's been partitioned. Ooh.
It's technically man-made because it's just a zoo, but looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. It's like a Call of Duty map.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Interesting. Strange. Interesting, but strange.
Mm-hmm. Deception Island.
In Antarctica. That's kind of interesting. Normally don't think of anything there.
Hmm.
That's terrifying. I don't
Yeah,
think
that-
I'd go there.
Yeah, that hasn't aged well.
That's cool. I could build a nation there.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Crystal Palace subway? Why is that just not on the underground already? That's cool. Submarine base?
Now that is definitely a FPS map. There.
Yes, it is. It feels like a James Bond, like Nightfire or GoldenEye map.
Hmm.
Tiny little house in the middle of nowhere. Tiny little church. And that's it.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's the end of Weird News.
Wow.
Did you enjoy your journey on this lovely adventure?
I did actually. Thank you very much for having me, and yeah,
Indeed.
I
And
look
obviously,
forward to.
people can catch your thing at your Twitch at Ashikun. At twitch.tv/Ashikun.
I do stream sometimes.
Now and again, but don't worry, we shall stream more together. You can show me the wonders of roller coastering, maybe even The Sims.
Yes, I do need to get back into The Sims at some point.
We can make Tuntington in The Sims.
Oh god.
He's going to be beautiful.
Oh god.
Well, all this and more. But yes, for now, we shall catch you all later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.